Today I wanted to see if the Untold Engine could render this bedroom scene on the Apple Vision Pro. And honestly, at first it looked pretty good. The lighting looked nice, the materials were working, the scene felt immersive. But then I started noticing something strange. The walls were shimmering, some of the edges were flickering, and the more I looked around, the more rendering artifacts started to appear. So in this video, I want to test the scene live in XR, show you what currently works in the engine, and also the rendering problems that I still haven't solved. So let's do this. So this is the Untold Engine Studio. I'm going to import the bedroom scene, add a directional light, enable some post-processing effects like SSAO, and switch the renderer to a more cinematic preset. At this point, everything looks pretty stable inside the editor. Now, all that I have to do is export the scene and run it on the Vision Pro. All right, so let me put on the headset and let's see what we get. Now, immediately this feels really immersive. The scene looks good. Now, one of the things that I really like about this scene is the scale. When you are inside the headset, the scene feels physically present around you. But then I noticed this. Look carefully at the wall. You can see this shimmering effect happening across the surface. And it becomes even more noticeable around edges and detailed geometry. At first, I thought this was maybe an aliasing issue, but then I started noticing similar artifacts in other parts of the scene too. And the interesting thing is that some of these issues are much more noticeable inside the Vision Pro than inside the editor. That's one of the things that makes XR rendering tricky. Sometimes a scene looks perfectly stable on a monitor, but once you place it in stereo rendering and move your head naturally, artifacts become much easier to notice. Right now, my suspicion is that some of this could be related to SSAO instability in XR or maybe a temporal issue in the rendering pipeline. But honestly, I still haven't fully isolated the exact cause yet. And that's actually one of the reasons I wanted to make this video. I think it is interesting to not only show what the engine can currently do, but also show the walls that I'm hitting while I'm building it. Because these are real rendering problems that show up when you start pushing large scenes into XR. Overall though, I'm still really happy with the progress of the engine. A few months ago, the engine wasn't even capable of handling scenes like this reliably inside the Vision Pro. And now I can load scenes like this, walk around them in XR, use post-processing effects, and start investigating rendering problems that usually happen in XR. So now I'm curious. If you have ever worked on XR rendering before, or if you recognize some of these artifacts, let me know what you think may be causing them. I really would love to hear your ideas. And as always, I'll continue improving the engine and sharing the progress here on this channel. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.